There's lots of stuff happening. The Carers Action Plan, which was published last summer, set out about 64 different projects the government wanted to work on, different principles and different priorities. Some of them more longer term than others, but a lot of them have kicked off already. It was if you can recall, it was a completely cross-government piece of work, because when I first got this role as health minister, I looked at the strategy and I said, well, hold on, we need to include young carers, and they said, well, that's the Department of Education, so we needed to get them in on the document, and carers and employment, which is business, so we need to get the business department in on the document. So in the end, after all that, we had 7 different government departments that signed up. Loads of things have happened. So, for example, there's been a piece of work commissioned with Sky, Social Care Institute for Excellence, who are working on how we can support carers to get better respite breaks, and how we can better advise local commissioners how to commission better respite support for carers. Loads of other things, but the thing I'm very excited about was the Carers Innovation Fund, which we announced in the document last year. It was an idea to try and develop innovative ways of supporting carers that would potentially be able to be rolled out across the country. And it was initially announced with just £500,000 attached to it, because that was all that was available at the time. But then I was very pleased when the new Secretary of State, Matt Hancock, came in, and he was very taken with this idea and made more money available. It's now a £5 million fund, and it went live. It's there for people to bid from, and we're looking at ways to support unpaid carers outside of mainstream health and services. It's looking for sort of innovation in whatever it takes.
So the innovations plan, what is that going to mean on a day-to-day basis for carers?
We know that there is some good practice going on up and down the country, but it's patchy, and we'd like to sort of really harness that innovation. We're looking for some real fresh ideas, fresh approach, better than existing provisions, something that will be expanded and replicated in different parts of the country. It can be really quite imaginative things. It could be something very technological, some kind of app, or it could support, like, the things we've seen across the country already, things like carers cafes or sheds, which offer sort of peer support, offers courses to help bridge social isolation that carers experience. It might be something to do with how carers get access to information. And basically, applicants just need to sort of demonstrate that their idea is kind of a fresh, and really anybody from across any kind of sector, companies, SMEs, commercial, and it's basically seed funding that they're creating sustained funding from other sources once they get running, and it's quite interesting, and we're going to be having carers and other experts to have a good hard look at the applications and see which ones we think are really feasible and could be really game-changing.
A lot of our viewers also have contacted us because there's currently your party's leadership election, the election by Conservative Party members to effectively bring in the next Prime Minister. A lot of people are very concerned that there's hardly any talk about social care generally, and indeed this morning there was an interview with a supporter of former Health Secretary Jeremy Hunt, who appeared to suggest that business was more important than actually dealing with social care. What are your thoughts at the moment? How positive or perhaps negative do you feel about the immediate future for social care and all matters within your portfolio?
So I slightly disagree with that, actually. I've been much social care has come up in some of the leadership, how frequently it gets raised in television interviews. I think we all have to think very seriously about leader of the Conservative Party and a minister is. This is a big issue. As you know, we're still waiting for the opportunity to publish the Adult Social Care Green Paper. Now, I know for sure that Jeremy Hunt has of the impact that health and social care have upon each other, and how the two are sort of umbilically linked. He was the one that changed the name of our Department of Health to the Department of Health and Social Care to kind of reflect how important it is that we are able to support people to be able to continue to live lives when they need health and care support, and people to be able to live independently for longer. As we have a population that ages and people live. We really need a social care system that's fit for the challenges of the future and that's able to. Certainly, Jeremy, when he was Secretary of State for Health and Social Care up until last summer, in full of that and was very involved in that. So whoever is the Prime Minister come July will have this very large challenge to take on and to move forward. And I, for one, will be making sure that it is not something that ever moves off of their radar.
We've been staring into the Carers World Plus crystal ball. Any indications of when the Green Paper might appear?
So it's kind of ready. I mean, it's ready in a format, but that's to say continuing to evolve it while we're waiting for the opportunity to publish it. And of course, there have been some other things that have been taking a lot of the issue about the B word, but it has been incredibly frustrating for me and those department and all the, clearly all the stakeholders that are out there, but most particularly all the individuals. And we want to get it out as soon as possible.